This is Disneyland, the fabulous 160-acre park in Southern California. 60 acres of this are developed into 4 mythical kingdoms. These are just some of the sights that ABC undertook to show a waiting nation on the world's largest live telecast. About 2 months before the program, Cam Pierce, Irwin Stanton, and Harold Huntsman started their engineering survey. Just how does one go about covering the production that had been planned? For one thing, how do you set up a control room for such a gigantic undertaking? This was the solution they came up with. They decided to set up 5 separate control rooms. Calls were sent out all over the nation, rounding up equipment. Getting 85,000 feet of cable, including 16,000 feet of coaxial, was no easy task in itself. And when it was all compiled, we had enough equipment for 12 complete TV stations. Some of the cameras came a long way to be in this historical telecast. Well, we have all the cameras we need now, but how do we move them from place to place? 13 hydraulic forklifts were brought in and were set about building special camera platforms and mounting them onto these lifts. These lifts gave us a great deal of mobility and speed. It also enabled us to move our cameras up and down to get shots over the heads of crowds and over obstacles. Well, here's a nice little gadget. We called it a cage, and that's just what it was. We then brought in a 110-foot crane and hoisted away for some of the most effective shots in the whole telecast. After all the preliminary planning now, we are about to see if everything would work. The camera crews started rehearsing their moves. Each camera became a remote unit in itself, complete with cameraman, stage manager, utility men, forklift operator, and crowd control men. And now, everything was in readiness in Frontierland. Cameras in position, waiting for the cue. And here come the horses, and the rehearsal is off to a good start. Well, almost. We had to stop and let the workmen through. And the trucks. All the time we were trying to rehearse, the workmen were still building Disneyland. Even Walt Disney, who was used to doing things on a big scale, was greatly impressed by this engineering miracle.